What if you could trade Apple, Tesla, or your favorite ETF the exact same way you trade crypto? No brokerage account, no fiat conversion, no jumping between 5 different apps, just open tap trade. That's not a future promise. That's live right now, and it's called Bitget Stock 2.0. So at the end of this video, I'll show you how to put a real stocks trade on and even how to adjust a stop on a live trade. I've spent the last week actually using this thing, not reading a press release, putting capital through it, and I want to give you the honest breakdown because tokenized stocks have been overpromised before. This time feels different, and I'll show you exactly why. Here's the headline: Bitget is leading with real stock, real depth, real capital efficiency. 3 claims. By the end of this presentation, you'll know whether each one actually holds up. So here's what we're covering. First, a fast explainer on what tokenized stocks even are. Then we'll dig into the product itself, the regulated engine behind it, and how it stacks up against Binance head-to-head. After that, 2 ways to trade on Bitget, side-by-side spot stocks and perpetual futures on stocks, so you can see exactly how each one works. And finally, I'll show you how I'm pairing this with the XBRAT AI day trading signals to actually act on opportunities. Let's get into it right now and explore the future of trading. Quick foundation first, because if this part clicks, everything else makes sense. A tokenized stock is exactly what it sounds like. It's a digital token that represents a real share of a real company. 1 token, 1 share. You're not buying a kind of like Tesla derivative, you're holding something backed 1-to-1 by the actual equity. Now here's why that matters to you specifically. The old way looks like this. You open a brokerage account, you wait days for approval, you move money from your bank, convert it, and you're stuck inside that one platform during market hours only. Friction at every single step. The tokenized way, you hold a token in the same app you already use for crypto, it settles on chain. It trades with the speed and flexibility you already expect from digital assets. No separate platform, no traditional account, no fiat hoops. Think of it like this. For years your crypto lived in one world and your stocks lived in another, and never the two would meet. Tokenization tears down that wall. Your equity exposure becomes just another asset in your wallet, ready to move the moment you are. That's the concept. Simple, but the execution is where platforms usually fall apart. And that's exactly where Bitget Stock 2.0 changes the game. So, what exactly is Stock 2.0? Let me define it clearly, then break down the 3 pillars holding it up. Stock 2.0 is a tokenized stock spot product that connects on-chain equity trading to real NASDAQ and NYSE liquidity. A lot of tokenized stock products feel thin, wide spreads, slow fills, that nervous feeling that you're trading in a small isolated pool. Stock 2.0 is built to feel like trading crypto spot, deep order books, lower friction, millisecond execution. Pillar 1, liquidity. Direct connection to the markets where these stocks actually trade. That means tighter spreads and less slippage eating into your position. Pillar 2, backing. Every token is genuinely backed by a real share. We'll go deeper on this in a second because it's where the trust gets earned. Pillar 3, and honestly this is the one that got my attention, ecosystem. Your stock tokens don't just sit in your wallet looking pretty, they work across the entire Bitget platform. That single idea separates Stock 2.0 from basically everything else out there. But before I sell you on what it does, let me show you what it's built on, because a great trading experience means nothing if the foundation isn't solid. This is the part most people skip, and it's the part you should care about most, because the question with any tokenized asset is always the same. Is this actually backed by something real, or am I trusting a promise? Stock 2.0 runs on a platform called Reality, Bitget's licensed RWA issuance infrastructure. Reality is what mints the tokens you trade, and those tokens are called R tokens. Each one is an on-chain representation of a real equity or ETF. Here's the chain of trust. A real share gets purchased and held. Reality issues an R token against it, 1-to-1. You trade that R token, clean and simple. Now the details that actually matter, those real shares are held with a FINRA-registered SIPC-protected US broker-dealer. That's not a crypto startup buzzword. That's the same regulated custody standard the traditional finance world runs on. The reserves get independently verified by a third-party CPA firm. So you're not just taking Bitget's word for it. An outside accounting firm checks the books. That's the institutional standard. And the dividends, they're real, paid out in stable coins with clean token pricing and no rebasing games. Plus you get 24/5 access to mint and redeem whenever you want. So when Bitget says real stock, this is the receipt. The backing is verifiable, the custody is regulated, and the dividends are genuine. That's claim number 1, checked off. Okay, if you remember nothing else from this whole video, remember these 3 things. These are the reasons Stock 2.0 stands apart. Number 1, industry low fees. Stock 2.0 runs a competitive base rate, and you can stack a BGB deduction discount on top of that. Why should you care? Because fees are a silent tax on your returns. Every basis point you save is capital that stays in your trade, compounding for you instead of leaking out. Low costs aren't exciting, but over 100 trades, they're the difference between a good year and a great one. Number 2, one-to-one real backing with dividends paid direct. We covered the backing. But here's the dividend piece. When a company you hold pays a cash dividend, it gets converted to USDT and credited straight to your account. You don't chase it, you don't file anything, it just shows up. Splits, reverse splits, mergers, all mapped one-to-one on chain, so your exposure always tracks the real stock. Number 3, and this is the big one, tokens that work everywhere. Your eligible stock tokens can be used as margin in your unified account. You can plug them into SpotGrid, bots, futures grid, copy trading, and yield products. Your equity isn't frozen, it's working. Now let's see how all of this stacks up against the obvious competitor. Here's the head-to-head you came for. Bitget Stock 2.0 versus Binance Stocks, straight down the line. I'm not going to pretend Binance is bad, it's a serious platform. But on tokenized stocks specifically, there are real differences, and they favor Bitget where it counts. Ecosystem use, the big one. Stock 2.0 tokens work as margin and plug into grid, copy trading, and yield. Binance's stock access is mostly just for trading itself. With Bitget, your stock position is a tool. With Binance, it's a parking spot. On-chain flexibility, Stock 2.0 supports on-chain transfer and storage. Binance currently doesn't offer that for stocks. So if moving and holding your assets on-chain matters to you, that's a clear win. Settlement. Stock 2.0 is USDT native. Binance runs USDC based. If you already keep your stack in USDT, and most of you do, that's just smoother. No extra conversion step. Fees. Stock 2.0 runs a 0.1% base with BGB discounts. Binance has a 0.35 minimum, which can quietly hurt you on smaller orders. If you're trading in modest sizes, that minimum adds up fast. Here's the bottom line, and it's the cleanest way I can put it. Binance gives you a stock product bolted alongside its exchange. Bitget built stocks to work inside the crypto ecosystem. One is an add-on, the other is integrated. For a trader who lives in this world, that distinction is everything. Now that you've seen how Bitget wins the matchup, let's look at the 2 ways you can actually trade these stocks on the platform. This is where it gets powerful for active traders. Bitget also lets you trade perpetual futures on stocks, and this opens up a completely different style of play. With perps, you're not buying the share itself. You're taking a leveraged position on where the price is headed. That means 2 big things Spot can't give you. 1, you can go short. If you think a stock is about to drop, you can profit on the way down. Something you simply can't do holding Spot. Bad earnings on the horizon. A perp lets you express that view directly. 2, leverage. you can control a larger position with less capital. That amplifies your upside and yes, your downside too. So this tool is for traders who understand risk and use it deliberately. Quick honest note here, perps are higher risk. Leverage cuts both ways, funding rates apply, and you can be liquidated if the trade moves against you. This isn't the buy and hold dividends play, it's the active directional play. Use proper sizing and stops. So picture the full toolkit now. Spot for ownership, dividends and steady exposure. Perps for short side plays and leveraged conviction. Same app, same account, both linked to real stock liquidity. Most serious traders will use both depending on the setup in front of them, and the best part, you don't have to spot every setup yourself. That's exactly where my next tool comes in. Let's start with the foundation, Spot. This is the most direct way to trade Stock 2.0, and it's the mode most you will use first. When you buy Spot, you own the tokenized stock outright. One token, one real share behind it. You hold it for as long as you like, you collect the dividends as they're paid in USDT, and there's no leverage, no funding rate, no liquidation risk hanging over you. Simple, clean ownership. And because Spot is plugged straight into NASDAQ and NYSE linked liquidity, you get deep order books and tight spreads. You hit buy, you get filled at a sensible price. It genuinely feels like trading crypto spot. Same interface, same speed, same flow you already know. Here's the part that makes Bitget Spot special though. That token you're holding isn't stuck. Remember the ecosystem point? Your spot stock token can be used as margin fed into grid bots or put to work in yield products. So even when you're just holding, your capital is still doing more than it would anywhere else. Spot is your steady, own the asset play. But if you want to trade direction with leverage, long or short, that's a different tool entirely. Let's talk about it. Let me show you how I tie this all together day to day, because a great platform is only half the equation. The other half is knowing when to act, and that's where I bring in XBRAT AI. XBRAT AI puts out fresh day trading signals across single stocks and ETFs. So you're not staring at charts all day, guessing you're getting structured ideas on where the opportunities are forming. Here's the workflow, and it's beautifully simple. Step 1, the signal lands. XBRAT AI flags a setup on a stock or an ETF. Step 2, the decision, you check it against your own read, your risk, your plan. Step 3, the trade, and this is the magic. You execute it directly on Bitget. Bullish signal, take it spot or go long on perps. Bearish signal, open a short, no switching platforms, no copying tickers into a separate brokerage, signal to trade all in one flow. Quick honest note, signals are inputs, not guarantees. Always do your own research and manage your risk. But when you combine a real signal source with a platform that lets you act instantly in spot or perps, that's a genuinely powerful loop. Let's bring it home. Here's everything in one breath. Bitget Stock 2.0 takes tokenized stocks and finally makes them real. Real shares, held in regulated custody and verified by an outside CPA firm. Real depth, with direct NASDAQ and NYSE liquidity. And real capital efficiency, because your stock tokens work across the entire ecosystem instead of gathering dust. Stacked against Binance, it wins where it matters most for a crypto trader: ecosystem use, on-chain flexibility, USDT settlement, and fees. And you get two ways to trade it: spot for ownership and dividends, perps for leverage, and short side plays. So here's my one ask. Don't take my word for it. Go feel it for yourself. Open the Bitget app and explore Stock 2.0 firsthand. Place a spot trade. Try a small perp position. Watch how it moves. Then layer in XBRAT AI signals to surface new stock and ETF day trading ideas. and act on them right inside the same account. Real stock, real depth, real capital efficiency all in one place. Tap the link, open Stock 2.0 and start trading smarter today. Quick disclaimer, however, this content is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Trading involves risk. Always do your own research and trade responsibly. So a quick look around the Bitget platform, and in particular how to put a trade on with stocks perpetual futures to finish off this video that I've made about the Bitget stocks. Okay, so this is the home page. What I'm going to do is just click on futures here. Then I want to go to USDT futures. It's going to open up a platform. Okay. Now I've moved things around on this platform. It may look slightly different. So I've put my open positions on the left. I've got my chart in the middle and I've got my order ticket on the right. But these are very simple to move around. Just drag them around and basically make it ergonomically friendly for yourself. So these up here, this is my open orders, my 2 open positions right now. So I've got a Netflix trade on long at the moment, and I've got a short trade on silver. Okay, both from the app. With the silver trade from the Expert AI app, we are short, and this is the stop loss below the entry for the short. So now this is locking in profit. Okay, that's just a quick look around. Order ticket on the right. So the thing we're going to do now is, for example, if I got a signal and I wanted to go short on a particular stock, so let's call it Bank of America, okay, BAC. The first thing I want to do is click this down arrow here, and I'm going to go along, I'm going to look for stocks, okay. These are all the stocks I want to do. I want to look at futures, I want to search BAC. That's the ticker for Bank of America. I want to click, I don't want to buy and hold this stock, so it's not a tokenized stock. I want to trade it on futures, okay? So this is perpetual futures, BAC, USDT. So I click that on that there. So now we've opened the chart, and the ticket is also available on the right hand side, the order ticket. So a few nuances with this. You can set limit orders. So if, for example, it comes back up to test this 59.43, for example, I would want to go short. So 59.43, I would want to go short. I've chosen isolated, but you could look for cross, especially if you're going to look at some of those tokenized stocks you're already holding and you want to use some of that margin, you would select that cross. But in this situation, I'm looking for isolated mode. I'm going to confirm, and then I can choose the type of leverage I want to go. So for long positions, I've got it on 10, short positions, I've got it on 10. That's the sliding scale. You can do whatever, obviously more leverage, more risk. Just click confirm there. The next thing is the cost. So you've got your whole account is 100%. You know, you could have, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 trades on at the same time. So let's just be sensible in the amount you're going to use for each trade. For me, while you're learning, it's always to, 10 or 20x on the margin and then 5% on the cost. Now, with stocks, you can't place a stop when you put the order on. You can place it by dragging and dropping after. So if you hover over here, it tells you that the take profit and stop orders can only be initiated after the order is executed. Okay, so after you place an order, the take profit and stop loss orders will be placed according to your actual transaction volume by default. So if you at this stage, we can see here the position size is 12.0110. It will be that exact amount on your stop or take profit. So I've put it, if I want a limit order, 59.43 to go short, I would click open short, and the current price is 59.12. Entry price is 59.43, and that's the quantity there. I click confirm, and there's my limit order. Okay, now
I can hover over this limit order. You see the S alpha stop loss. I can grab that, left click, hold, and take it above this high pivot. That's where I want my stop loss. Then let go. The order ticket will come up for the stop loss. Just click confirm because it automatically has that same quantity there. So that's now my stop position. If I wanted to place a take profit, I would hover over the order again, TP for take profit, left click, hold, drag down, about here, click confirm, and go. Okay, so now I've got a limit order on. So if the price goes up to this price, 59.43, I will go short for that quantity that I've put in there, 12.54. I've placed my stop and I've placed my order. I can cancel that at any time by just clicking cancel order and it's gone away. The next type of order, and again, if you're using the Expert AI app, you need to be acting quite quickly. So you're going to have to place a market order. It's the same thing. You just click market here on the right hand side on the order ticket here. I'm going same isolated for the shorts and longs 10x. Again, I'm looking for 5%, and then I would open the short order. Once I've opened the short order on a market, I'm in the trade. Okay, so be aware, when you click open short here, you are in the trade live. I'm going to do that right now. You hear the little bell, you're in the trade. You do the same thing with your stop. Your stop loss, click, left click, hold, bring it up above here. That's where it is. And that's your potential loss, 60 USDT at that point there. Click confirm. That's my stop loss. My take profit, again, left click, hold. Let's put it down at $58 for now. Click confirm, and away we go. Okay, so this trade is now on. I've adjusted my stop to just above this pivot to protect. If I scroll up a little bit, you will see this is my estimated liquidation price. So if I didn't have a stop loss and the price went up against me here, it would liquidate my whole account. Okay, be aware of that. So that trade is on right now. It's break even. With my on the left here now, my open position, you see I've got 3 open positions. If I scroll down and I go to my silver position here, this is the silver position I'm in. As soon as I click on that, the chart opens. Now, I can see I've put an EMA on here and I've had a stop loss adjust on the app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click and hold the stop, and bring it down, let go, and that's my new stop loss position, locking in more profit for this trade. Okay, go back to BAC, click on it, and we can see we're about break even right now. If I click on Netflix, we can see this was my entry, my stop is down here. I need to adjust that slightly, just below these pivots here. Okay, and then my take profit is up there somewhere. Again, I just have to be patient and wait to adjust stops. Go back to my silver. This is a more mature trade. It's been in quite a long time, and we can see we're locking in profit now. So this is a very simple look around the Bitget platform. Don't forget to check out the links below if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the article there, to get involved with Bitget, this multi-asset brokerage that we're partnering with Expert AI. Very, very simple. Right now I'm in a silver trade, but I'm also in 2 stocks trades with stocks 2.0, and I'm using those perpetual futures to trade those trades. So check out the links below. Let's get involved and let's start trading those multi-assets all in one place on the Bitget platform.